Stop it, you little bully. You're talking to me. Want something like this? 1 minute. Wow. 1 minute. Here you go. Hello, just bear with me, we're on FaceTube and uBook. This has got the, I don't know actually who's what, YouTube, Facebook. Got a little announcement, I won't be long because there's too many jobs to do the day before the annual conference and SovFest. Let's just let the numbers build up, bear with me, got an important announcement to make, critical, I would call it critical. So we'll see what you think. See what I think. What? 11, 10, alright guys. This one's not picking up, that's very strange. 1 minute. Hold on, memento. Wait. Yes, okay. Right then, sorry about the delay. I'm back. Let's do this. There's emails flying about from guys using the common law court, the common law court, I believe in Scotland. Men are signing up and they're believing they can get remedy using the common law argument. There's issues about the birth certificate we're finding out. We have warned against this and I haven't had chance to speak to anybody. I did say to Crow and I did say confirm it with Santos a few things, and we're a bit worried because this is cropping up right at the time where we're trying to push the new trust technology that isn't actually all that new, and we're getting diverts coming up thick and fast. So myself, not so many, but I've just read a few emails now, and other guys are messaging me saying, what do I understand about the common law court? Well, I understand at present from little non-validated, non-first-hand information that it looks like Rob S and Scotland are trying to set up a common law court. I haven't spoke to anybody else in the loop, and that's taken from Rob S's video that I watched the other day, sent to me by one of the Famalam in the trust here. So that's fine. But man's going in there like the Evans family did and presenting certificates of birth certificates for protection in the common law court without discharging first the common law. YouTube, you're going to get a big comment now. I'm going to post it in the description of this video. You've got a big chunk to go through. I'm not going to read it now. And that's to do with the discharge of the birth certificate. The common law of obligations, okay? So the man's losing assets here, lots of assets, and not just physical, perhaps property, offspring, and the common law of obligations. So we have legal and lawful ways of which we're trying to promote, to use and to get evidence for. See my video, status, standing capacity. It's there, the evidence there. Asking for evidence, such things as, with regards to finance and. The legal and lawful ways we can ask for presentment of claims for, and we can fight it that way. You see, we can bring it down many ways, but you've got to provide your proof of claims. Man makes a claim, you've got to provide it. You can't just say it and then hope that they will believe it. The Vatican are in charge, ultimately ecclesiastical. It looks like Queen Elizabeth is, but we don't actually say or believe that she is because of the status and standing of the estates, United Kingdom. There have been documents confirming private estates. I do believe I read on Steve McRae's site somewhere, there's a document on there saying the private estate confirmed by a judge. So I need you guys to be aware of this. I'm not telling you anything. I'm telling you that there's a hot email account here with common law as a subject. And guys are losing assets when they're trying to use this common law argument in a court with the protection of. So We don't know it all. I haven't got all the answers. What I have got is a very good rough idea, and so have the guys in our Facebook trust and on the .com. My mentor, one of them amongst Santos, Richard Ansar, looking at Steve McRae, Canons Ecclesiasticals. You guys follow who you want, you make up your own mind. I'm just being open and honest and putting it all out there. I've left Del some comments. Del, I'd like to speak to. I watched his latest video last night. I liked how he spoke and how he goes on. So Tube, I'd like to get linked up with this fine man, stature of a man. It's cheered me up, that video. It really has. It's given me a boost. Boost for Davey. Everybody else, YouTube, you've been updated about the conference, the event. I've got a spreadsheet here. Names, numbers, emails, amounts, everything that I need. Snafu I've spoke to from Tube. Who else is on the Tube side of things? Yeah, not many actually. Most has come through the group actually. Rich there. I can't say that, but yeah, we're all good. If you need to get in touch with me, you're gonna have to get me on the mobile because I'm shutting down the laptops, the console. I'm gonna be setting off about 7. I'll arrive in Oxford about 9ish, I estimate, and the event starts tomorrow. There is a little bit of a give for a couple of guys that needed to come down tonight and park in the corner of a lonely field, which is what Lewis has authorised, Thomas, so don't worry, it's been allowed for, and we have to keep it to a minimum because it isn't open until tomorrow, so we will bend and flex and you know, look after you. Facebook, I'm going to let you go first because I haven't spoke to Tube yet today, so I'll go through that. 1 minute. All right, guys, to see my other videos in the Facebook trust, to catch up, and the comments and the posts, and check your emails, check your spam folders, because as we've got a .com at the end of the email, when we communicate with you or send out anything, it will put it to the spam because it's got a generic spam folder for all .coms, I believe. So yes, update, be careful. Anyone's had any success in the common law court, this is the video to put the comments on and let me know who you are, what your name is, what you did, what processes, what protocols, how you overrid it, what verbiage you used, who you was, what judge it was, what court, everything. I need all the disclosure now because this is where the balls are in the vices, I'm afraid. You got guys telling you to go and do something and you don't use your due diligence, discovery, and they're misleading you, and you don't check, and then you go off believing in blind faith, and then you go to fight, and you haven't picked your battles wisely. You're not you know, up to speed on everything and cognitive, and you are the victim of. And we don't want you to fall. We don't want you to lose. There's too much of that going off. See my previous videos on YouTube for that, and the admins, what we're talking about in the private there. So I'm just letting you know there's alarm bells going off across the network right now in the background, and as I've got 2,000 on Indiglo following, and we've got 3,600 creeping up to the Facebook, there's a good 6,000 or just under, bear with me here, and we need to bear that in mind ourselves. And if anybody talks to you about it, ask them what they know, give them a little rundown, get the key words out. If they don't know what you mean, they shouldn't be doing it. If you don't know how to use technologies, then you really shouldn't be using them, and you should find somebody that does, and that's up to you who you find. So again, it's free choice, but warning from me, from Indigo, from my family in the background. 2 guys have spoken up today, so I've seen what's happening, and I'd like to put a little flag out, flare. If you have seen that the common law is established and set up, let me know. Until I get up to the new Chartist movement with Smithy on the 4th of August in York, I am still flying blind. So we've got a guy called John Smith who's stalking me. Hello, John. If you're in, guys, room, if he's in here, have a little chat with John Smith. God, I don't even know if he's in, but if he is, have a look now. Look at his comments. He's not happy with me for some reason, and I don't know why. So Facebook, we're going to go because I'm just wasting your time. I'm waffling. Peace and love. If you need me, get me on the mobile. Ciao, bello. Right, that's gone. 1 minute. Right, tubers, Farmerland. I'm going to address John Smith first. If he's in the house, John, please refrain from any aggressive, you know, unprofessional, non-Anglo-Saxon, you know, honourable conduct here. I've replied to your comments, and I've told you what type of trust we have, an express private trust. Yes, I've explained about the technicalities to do with the trust technology, and you know, be wary of collapsing them by disclosing your trust technology, particular trust details, you know, in the public, which is what this is. So yeah, we're doing no wrong, we're doing no harm. As I've mentioned to you, I class Steve as a brother, and we chat regular, and I'm up to speed with the canons, ecclesiasticals, the legals, the equity and all these things, the ownership of the estate, the management of the estate, how to operate, what capacity, status, standing, who I'm obliged to report to, who I'm obliged to serve, and what my capabilities in that obligation realm are. I have persons afforded me for remedy. I will use them, yes, and that's how it is. So I don't want hostility. I don't want to waste time on things. But yeah, that's as the standing is, and my business is my business, and private business is private business, but we can speak about it in general terms. And I'd like my followers to back me up, please, and let me answer the door. Our kids home to roost, so what are we saying? Let's get your feedback, your hellos. Brian Harvey, E17, very interesting. Talks he is giving. Alright, nice one, Jonesy. Got to work harder, ducks and covers. Clansman Steve, new subscriber. Oh no, it isn't. Change the name maybe. Easy Steve. Sounds interesting. Nice one, Jonesy. There's no such thing as common law court. The proper term is court of common law. See? Carry on. Jesus, nice. Try reversing it. You AI bot. John, so he is a bitter man. Yes, that's right. We can't block. You know, equality is paramount. He just he makes claims, and we just go. You know, past it. You know, energy, negativity. We move on. It's just like, you know, we've had before. We've conquered it. Thank you, 69. Peace and love and respect to you. In the house, he's always in the house. Ask for John Smith and we'll get a pint of bitterness. Ah! Please stalk me too, please. Yeah, I'll pay you. He's the one that gives the thumbs down, so there's no reason for that. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know, I'm not an emotional, oh, I've got a thumbs down. We need that constructive, negative criticism and your feedback. So there's a warning going out behind the scenes for all owners, group owners and admins and moderators to please just say, consider very much what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, get in touch with somebody that does, and have a contrast on what your proposed remedy is to resolve the controversy raised in law that requires a resolution in one way or another under the maxims of law. So claims made on an estate after 90 days, it's automatically paid out, but you know, they still come collecting for the sweat equity. There's lots of things for you to pick up and learn, and I am still learning myself. Smith is still learning. The admins are very busy, and we've got the seminar this weekend, so this is something I didn't need to be doing on a Friday at 3 whatever it is 30, and I've got this seminar to do and the tickets and the organisation for this event. So any guys that are coming that aren't here now, thank you very much. Peace and love for that. They've spent thousands on this for the paddock to be set up properly. Electricity, water, tents, awnings, stages, all that stuff. That's not ours, but it's there for the paddock party, and then we're taking the side of the land that we've agreed to for our conference and seminar. So it's going to be a good, interesting day. We've got some clouds over at the minute. I did say I promised the sunshine. It's blue again. We'll get the rain out of the way now, and then it's that's it. We're good. Sunday's going to be scorchio. So if you are coming, bring some shade in and whatnot, all the relevant things you need. If this is a success, we'll look at doing it again on our own and go, you know, maybe give you 4 or 5 months notice so you can plan it all and get everything sorted out. But yeah, we give thanks to the organisers for that, Thomas and Lewis, farm landowners, and yeah, that's the important message done. Blabbed enough. Time is short, like my hair. Yeah, 69. Thank you guys. All right, peace and love. Yes, no negativity. Anybody's got any definitive claims, proof of claim, when we claim something, we'll give you the proof for it. It's contained within the documentation, the citation, the law, the way that we've presented, the reference, or the publication, or the phonics, or the dictionary, or the implied meaning, or the definition, or the practical application, or the video itself. So if you're going to make a claim, we now provide proof, or we disregard the claim. So anybody that makes claim here today, we would like the substance over the form. That's ultimately what we're after. There is a issue with the administration side of, as I've said in this, and it's very important that that message just gets said. It doesn't need to be, you know, gone over lots and lots. The common law of obligations, all right? And if you're not discharging and correcting relationships, you'll find assumptions and presumptions will overrule anything. And the Vatican, we believe, are running things at the top, above the Queen. So yeah, it's complicated. That's why they've made it. We've tried to explain it on the videos we've presented, and the document I still haven't uploaded, but you'll be getting that soon. Thank you for all the guys that are involving me in the Hangout chats. And what's this spanner about? Talk to me about spanners now. Blue spanners, yes? I don't give anybody a blue spanner on our Hangouts. Do I need to? What do blue spanners do? They keep saying, Dave, Indigo needs a spanner. I'm like, okay, I'm a fixer, yes, I know that, but it lets you post links and do what? I don't know. So explain this for me, please. And if I have a Hangout, I need to be putting blue spanners on for my guys then, because no one's mentioned this. And like I say, we are still learning. So let me know the blue spanner situation. Who uses it? Who does Hangouts? Like I say, Adele, I've had a chat with, and not a chat, I've had left him a message and said I'd like to have a chat, so that would be incredible if we can have a chat with him. 3:45, goodness me, time is getting on. It's a chat moderator, alright, Water Flat Earth, yeah. And they were saying that I need one, but they couldn't give me one because whoever was in the chat wasn't there, and I'm like, I'm fine, thanks, it's not a problem, but I just wanted to understand the application, what it's for, protection, putting links in. I'm a white spanner. Dell's awesome guy. We're finding that out, yes. Yeah, we are finding this out. So, alright guys, thank you. Peace and love. That's a message done. We will try and go live for a little bit. I would like to have a rest and turn my phone off. Get my tiny eyes to maybe have a lie in, you know, sleep in, and just go live or record video, and then we'll present it afterwards. Alright, so. Alright, nice one. See you later. Peace and love. Watch out for John.